we have the Forasol. The track is warming up nicely, and it is nearly time to set the grid for tomorrow's Grand Prix. What an atmosphere we have in Mexico City.
All right, welcome back to another video. We are in Mexico, my team, Andretti Cadillac. So right now we're gonna be trying to get a nice little setup on, get ready to go on and drop a fast lap. Honestly, it's gonna be wet around here, so it's gonna be an interesting one. I feel like it ain't gonna be easy. First I need to get a wet setup for the Mexico GP. All right, let's get it. Man, Jensen like always. I don't know. Made a little mistake to that S section, but it's okay though. Through the stadium. Not really tripping. I'm not really good on this track. Like when it comes down to quali, I'm more better in race, so I'll be okay. I feel like, I know. Yeah, I know Lando is going to be up here, which he's in P3. Charles in P4. Got Charles Leclerc. Rob here as well. His teammate's still in P9. He's been having a rough time with quali and the race. And then George Russell round out the top 5, so I feel like it'll be okay. We got a 1-2 start on the quali side of things. Now we got to get to the race. Beat out Charles Leclerc to rivalry breakdown. So had 2 more races remaining, 17 to his 14. So it's really, really close in that department. I feel like it's could have been a lot more closer with Lewis if we assigned him at the early stages of this season, but we just didn't have the money to do so. See if we can able to get onto this race. First, we gotta switch out a couple parts. Need to go on and start breaking into category 3. Alright, so we start breaking into category 3 now. Be a lot more better off. I don't know if we got a race change or not, but if so, I'll be ready for it. I got 14,000 R&D points.
Welcome to the most populous city in North America. The legendary Jim Clark won the first official F1 race here in 1963. It's Mexico City, and it's Grand Prix Sunday. 2,285 meters above sea level, the altitude will test the driver's fitness and their engine's efficiency. 17 corners, 7 to the left, 10 to the right. They make up a 2.6-mile circuit equipped with 2 DRS zones. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Johnson completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Stroll, Perez, Ocon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Sargent, Russell, Behrman, Albon, Fittipaldi, Bottas, Joe, Hauger, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes, delighted to say joining us for this intriguing race is Anthony Davidson. Well, they say you're only as good as your last race. And on evidence there, that was very good indeed. How do they carry that form through to today?
You've done it once, can you do it again? But, you know, if you start believing in yourself and the confidence starts to build, that inner confidence is what you need. And you can carry that through to future races, including this one, and you set that ball rolling. That's the critical thing that they're looking for here. And I believe if you've got that first race win or a win at any stage, it can start to roll with you in a good way.
Right, mate, I know it's hot in that cockpit, believe me, but your tyres are even hotter than that. You've got to work really hard today to keep them cool, otherwise we're going to suffer with our performance.
That's pretty natural, but yeah, I was just talking about Lewis Hamilton situation that happened with more than just me tapping the barrier slightly. Wound up dropping out of the race after we had about a 10-second gap on him, so we want to redeem myself this time. And talking about usually you get one win, it could potentially happen for a multitude of wins. We want to put a stop to that. That's the main target today. Everybody else is really not a threat, to be honest. But it's just only just my teammate. That pass happened early on. It was aggressive, but
Okay, DRS will be enabled.
I had to get it done, nonetheless.
1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
I'm not going to be messing around. So the question of the day will be, who will be the first female F1 driver, or even just the first female, I would say first female reserve driver for the F1? Nice little question for y'all for today. And believe me, I had to look up some of the names myself, read some of the resumes, watch a couple races, so y'all gotta do the same, man. That's totally understandable. If you don't know at all, it's understandable too, because usually a lot of their series really be under wraps. You barely even notice that the races are going on. It's only been a handful of I would say, female drivers in F1 out of a 75 season, 76 season. So yeah, I think it's only been like it's been less than a handful. Matter of fact, it's been like 2 or 3. So it have not been a lot. Now we got more girls interested into like formula specs and all of that. So this would be a nice little good question for y'all.
Approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums. Box, we're coming in this lap. Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
go. Come on. We locked. Super locked. Barely even talked this video. So locked. Just trying to stay consistent. It's one of the greatest drivers, so. The greatest driver we're going against, and a whole lot of other drivers in the past we went against, but nothing as quick as Lewis Hamilton in a maxed out car like this. Basically, pretty much maxed out. Not quite, but pretty much. Perez is in P4. Wow. Okay. He is cooking. And this homer is absolutely cooking.
Okay, Lewis is in for his stop.
I'm gonna let Lewis pit, and we're just gonna take off.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Almost forgot the pit, honestly. It's been in that mode. Ever since the Singapore Grand Prix, we just been locked ever since. Even with that accident. That we really couldn't really prevent. I mean, it was flirting with the wall, honestly. Like, we was hitting the wall, like, consistently. Like, I'm talking about at least 5 or 6 laps in that last episode, so it was bound to happen, I felt like. And that wall is just weird, naturally just weird. Doesn't matter if you have the destruction level, the turned up or turned down, if it's simulation or reduced or default, doesn't matter. Does not matter. Obviously if it's off, obviously, but you know, obviously it's on. It's maybe at a reduced level, but it's just.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15
it's bound
minutes.
to happen. It's just that point at the end of the day. Especially on the street circuit like that, and ramped up some speed now on there as well. Not having that parking lot type. Well, I would say the underpass, not even parking lot, just the underpass. They took that out straight away, so it's a lot more faster on that track anyway. And we got all of the work to do. They're able to get back to where Lewis Hamilton is at. Fight up there with him. And we got a handful of laps to go, so we're going to have to maximize the pace out of these tires. Try to close this gap. 1:15.2, 3:3. So we got the pace. Just running out of Verity early on, trying to sprint away. Actually gonna play this a little bit of tactics. Gonna let him just go on. Right here with Lewis, just gotta keep it under this 1 second. Get some DRS, make the pass happen. I'm not gonna be able to get it this straight away. 4 laps to go. Let's see what we can able to do here. It's time now. See what we got. Right here, just battling. Jeez. That's actually insane. A lot of overspeed. Had to let go. Absolutely just going for it. Jeez. That's crazy. Come on, really close. little bit of mind tactics right now.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
We didn't even change our setup from if I'm not mistaken, from the wet setup, so I'm actually doing just fine with this setup right now. Just realized that 2 laps to go on this track, on the Medico track. Hopefully we can just get out of here with a W, recovery basically from the last race. Oh, we're gone. We are gone. All right, final lap. Let's go. Space to inside move to the chicane. He's gonna try his luck again with DRS. Basically side by side, dead even. I let out the gas just a little bit. Roll in with the brake. Get the car angled and turned. Scooch right ahead of him. Let's go. The right. Type of corners through there. We're going to the S section. Final lap around here. We gotta cover all the inside moves, all the shaking baits. Turn on the hot lap. One more time. Get around that final corner. We're gonna win. Once again, let's go. In the Lotus colors. Come on.
Fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
Alright, it was a battle against my teammate. Full-on battle.
That's a spectacular victory then, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today.
Well, are we looking at a champion in waiting today with that kind of performance? They were driving with the kind of lack of pressure that you quite often see when a driver knows, they just know within themselves that that championship is within their reach.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure. Well, that certainly was an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Now he gets even closer with George Russell at 106 points compared to this. George Russell 118, and we stretch out our lead from the deficit that we had. Now we had 158 up, higher than Charles Leclerc with 313 points. Charles 155. Leonard Norris 152, Yuki 144 still. I'm pretty sure he probably like gained like a couple. Oscar Piastri around the top 5, and then over here the constructors 276 points. So we're back at pretty much square one where we was at before the Singapore Grand Prix against McLaren, and Ferrari wound up collecting a couple points for today in P3. Mercedes still the lackadaisical finding their car, I feel like, and their rhythm. They're only at 126 for the season, and Aston Martin just been off and on, left and right, and it proves it. And the constructors with 94 points that they have. So, yeah, Daniel Ricciardo gets top 10. Sergio wound up dropping from P4, so it must have been some type of flux or something that happened. Carlos Sainz pretty much one of his best, or I think it equals his best performance out of the season. Max Verstappen wound up getting the top 5, so he's starting to creep back up there slowly but surely. Yuki had a rough time. He started in P12, he finished in P16. The opposite for Nico Hülkenberg. I feel like he wound up finding a couple lap times that was just consistent for him, so he wound up moving up the order. Enzo, I feel like Enzo, well, it's kind of been one of his best results throughout the season. Fernando Alonso had a DNF, and then Dennis really haven't shown too much. He's kind of been flat-footed. Same thing with Guan Yu Zhou. So, yeah, Logan wound up basically finishing where he was at, flat-footed as well. Alex Albon wound up getting some good net gain positions, but no points overall throughout this race. Same thing can be said for Ollie Bearman. Lance Stroll is going to be doing Lance Stroll things. So, yeah, that's going to be in this video, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Y'all liking shots to the channel. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.